Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Before I start this video, I've got to talk about the competition that I said for my furry growler. um, I've had 52 emails, and I'm not saying that they're all correct, the answers, because they're not. And I found it quite funny actually, some of the answers. And in fact, one person, Tony, sent me 3 different numbers. You can't do that. You're automatically eliminated if you do. Well, actually, no, I've let you off, Tony, because you gave your final answer. Um, but I just need to clarify a couple of things. Firstly, I'm only going to go by the emails. If you put it in the comments how many Royal Enfields you think I've owned, I probably will miss it and I'll forget about it. If you email it to me, and my email is in the description below, then it will come up and I will count it. So all of the right answers, and there are a few, but not as many as I thought, if I'm honest. They will be put in a hat or a helmet on Friday, the live, and I will draw out the winner and I will post it to you next week. The live is going to be Friday night, the 5th of December, 7 p.m. UK time. It's not just going to be doing that draw. I want to have a chat because I love chatting to you lot. Every time I do a live, I end it thinking, oh, that was so much fun. And it really is fun. So if you're around Friday night, please come and say hello. And if you've got anything you want to talk about it, because that's what it's really, my channel's all about. So, but yeah, any further guesses, and I've had over 50, as I said, email them to me, please. Right, guys. I don't know how to. I don't want to start this conversation and everyone's saying, "Oh, for God's sake, Willie." And I'm not selling any bikes at the moment. I'm not getting rid of anything. But a friend of mine said to me the other day, and a few of you, more than a few, quite a few of you, said to me the same sort of thing. Willie, you really like the Bullet 650, which I do, but you're always saying that the Classic 350 gives you enough power, which it does. And the more I ride it, not that I need to remind myself of it, but that is for me all I need now. So really a 650 is kind of wasted on me. I mean, I suppose it's better for motorways and stuff like that, but for the little motorway use I do on motorbikes, it's kind of not really worth it. So people have been saying, and my mate said to me the other night, why didn't you get, or why don't you get a Bullet 350? Because they're beautiful looking, and they've got the engine that you absolutely love, which they have. And that's more the perfect bike if you would have a second bike, even though it's very similar to the Classic 350, granted, but it's different enough to have both of them in my garage. Why wouldn't you get one of them? And I started looking, I suppose, 3 months ago. I've been always looking at the Bullet 350s. To be honest with you, the 350 Bullet, you don't get that many of them available. I don't know if obviously they came out after the Classic 350, so I get there'll be less. But there aren't private sellers. I never see a private selling one, a Bullet 350. I haven't seen one yet anyway. And I think on Auto Trader, they've only got maybe a dozen, just over a dozen for sale. And I think you can get a brand new one for about 3.6, I think. But the problem I've got is I love the burgundy one. That's the colour I really, really wanted. Now, I've just spoken to another friend of mine, Sean, the Mindful Motorcyclist. Great channel, go and check him out. He's got a bad back at the moment, so he needs a bit of a rub. And I was saying to him, I love the burgundy one. That's the one I'd want if I was to get one of those bikes. And he said, I don't think they were in the UK. I think they were in the US. The ones we got were black. I think they did different variants of black. I think you'd had a blacked out engine one with a black exhaust, and then you get the chrome engine with the chrome exhaust, but the tanks are the same, I think, are black. But I'd really want the burgundy. So my question to you, has anyone got a burgundy Classic Bullet 350, sorry, or have you seen one in the UK? Because when you go on Auto Trader and other sites, there aren't any burgundy ones. So maybe Sean is correct. I'm sure he is right. But I was a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. So they only brought out the Bullet 350 in black, just like they only brought out, or they're only bringing out the black Bullet 650, which is interesting. And they didn't increase on any of the colours in the UK anyway on the Bullet 350, because I've never seen a different colour. They've all been different variants of black. So guys, tell me, am I wrong or is Sean wrong? Sean's never wrong. And is the burgundy one in the UK? And if it is, and if you own one, it's time for you to sell it to Willie. If you are selling one, email me, because I could very well be interested in it. Yeah, that's the, and I think I said to you before about the Bullet 650, if in an ideal world, I'd like to have a choice of 4 or 5 colours. I know this is first world problems, I realise that. But if you were to spend £7,000 on a bike, I do think it would be nice to have at least a choice of different colours. That's just me. Just like the classic 650, they came out in the 3 colours. And with the Bullet, if there was one, as I said, if there was one negative for me, was the fact that it was just in black, which was lovely and it looked amazing. But then when you see the blue one that they had at EICMA that's going to India, or is in India, I mean, that looks really, really nice. But who knows, they might bring out more colours next year in the 650, but they never did in the Bullet 350. So you tell me, guys, is the burgundy Bullet 350, have you seen one in the UK? And more importantly, have you got one you want to sell? The other thing, I'm a little bit unsure about the Bullet, not unsure about the Bullet 350, but I don't know enough about them. Like, is the tank the same as the classic 350, or is it a different shape? It looks a different shape to me, but maybe that's just me. I realise it's got 1 seat as opposed to 2 seats, and that again might be an issue, as in it looks harder to slide back on that seat because it's not completely flat. But someone has told me, more than one person has told me, that you can put the classic 350 seats directly onto the Bullet 350, which if I got one, I would probably do that. Because I just love the fact that you can slide back so easily on the classic 350. Let me show you a picture of the Bullet that I'm talking about, so you know what I'm rabbiting on about. Yeah, so look at that. To me, actually the seat doesn't look too, I could slide back on it, I think, but that looks so beautiful, and it's different enough to have next to my classic 350, isn't it? I can't tell if the tank is different. I'm guessing it's the same. I don't know. It can't be just the seat that's different, is it? Let me spin the camera around to mine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the tank does look different on the classic 350. But anyway, if I did get one, I would certainly be letting the 411 go. I think I'm not going to go through the whole scenario again about 3 bikes in my garage, but I don't want 3 bikes in my garage, and I know they'll fit, but I just like the space that I can wander around like I'm doing now. But is the only difference the seat? It can't be. I mean, the instrument cluster's the same, isn't it, on the Bullet? Guys, you're going to have to tell me. I know a lot of you own a Bullet, so let me know. And tell me about the burgundy. Right, let me spin the camera around. So, guys, I don't know about the Bullet. I don't know enough about the Bullet 350. And I kind of, in my head, I feel like it's one of these Royal Enfield bikes that wasn't as successful as others, maybe? Or am I wrong? Was it a really roaring success and I've just missed the boat? I don't think that, because I don't see them around. And yeah, I do see them on YouTube. Funnily enough, quite a lot of people own them, but when I've gone to bike meets, I've very seldom seen a Bullet 350, and I have never seen one in the maroon or the burgundy, which makes me believe that Sean is correct. So let me know, guys. I'm going out to do a church video today. Let me tell you what happened this morning. You will not believe this. You will not believe this, and it worries me a little bit. I blame my other half, because she was giving me lots of information and I had to go shopping, and she was giving me this list, and I thought, right, I'll store it in my brain. That's always a fatal error. So I was kind of thinking about all of that, and I was getting the bike out, and I rode off down the road, and I thought, God, it feels really cold on my face, and I'd forgotten to put my helmet on. Have you ever done that? That's really worrying, isn't it? I mean, not only that, I was naked. I'd forgotten to get dressed. No, I wasn't naked, but I had forgotten to put my helmet on. Now that is a bit of a worry. What I do quite a lot is I ride off without my glasses on, which is always I realise pretty much straight away when I crash into a tree. But not having your helmet on and not realising until you're down the road, that is so weird and a little bit concerning. Please tell me that's happened to you. I know it hasn't. It's just me. Guys, please come along on Friday night. It's 7 o'clock. I'll be drinking. It's a good excuse to have a cider. That Koppenberg cider is addictive. Anyway, let me know about the Classic 350. Was it the forgotten Royal Enfield? Was it just not a popular bike? Do you know what? Because it looks so good, I find it hard to believe that it didn't sell well, but there was the Classic 350 there already, so maybe people thought, well, I prefer what I've got, and I've got a choice of, well, back then you had a choice of what, 6 or 7 colours, so was that something to do with it? And why did they only do it in black? All these questions that I need you to answer. Right, guys, if you are wanting to enter this competition to win my furry growler, then please email me. Do not put your answer in the comments, because I will forget and not read it, and then you won't be entered if you get the question right. And a lot of you have got it wrong. One of you guessed 28. How many times have you watched my video to think that I've had 28 Royal Enfields? I almost feel like I should give you the furry growler just for having that random guess. 28. Anyway, guys, I hope you're staying warm, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ride safe, guys. See you Friday.